What is up, everyone? It is your boy Achillea back again with another video. Now it's pre-season and the transfers are rolling in thick and fast. Real Madrid have already signed a bunch of players. Man United have signed a young player, but Spurs have yet to announce a new signing. Obviously. Now, what I'm going to be doing throughout the summer is obviously bringing you the latest transfer news for Spurs, anything that's gone over the line, all sorts of rumours, literally anything that I think will be beneficial for our club. So make sure to subscribe down below if you want to see more high quality content, letting you know the best players for Spurs to get and when the deals are done. As well as subscribing, make sure to follow me on Twitter because I'll be talking a lot about the rumours over there, and follow me on Instagram so you know what I'm doing every single day when it comes to Spurs and any other sporting content. So make sure to follow me there. I've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Subscribe, like the video, and let's get on with it. Now today is going to be the first video of all the rest of the transfer rumors, and we're going to be talking about Donny van de Beek. Yes, that is Ajax's Donny van de Beek, an incredible talent, and we're going to be discussing why he should come to Spurs instead of Man United. Now, before we get into all the nitty-gritty details about Donny van de Beek, I would just like to say a massive thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Now, OneFootball is the ultimate platform for football. I use it regularly, and that is where you can also find any transfer news for your club. Now, the majority of you are obviously going to be Spurs fans, so you're going to get up-to-date, detailed rumors, transfer news, everything that you're going to need about Spurs at a push of a button. So make sure to click the link in the description. It's the top line, very easy to do. Click the link, download the app, and you'll get instant news about Spurs or any other club that you support. It's worth it, trust me. And let's get into talking about Donny van de Beek. Now, first off, I just want to apologize to any maybe Ajax or Dutch fans that are watching this if I pronounce his name wrong. That's just the English in me. We all know it as Donny van de Beek. It might be like Donny van de Beek. I'm honestly not too sure. So please don't grill me in the comments about that. But yeah, I'm going to refer to him as Donny for now because that's going to be the easiest. For all those of you that don't know, because there's probably going to be a lot of you, who is Donny van de Beek, or de Beek? Donny. He is currently an attacking midfielder for Ajax, and yes, he did feature against Spurs in both semi-finals, and not only that, he scored the goal in the 1-0 win for Ajax at the Spurs stadiums. He is a very young player. He is only 22 years old, and in fact, I think he's a month younger than me. I think he was born in April 97. I'm March. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm sitting here talking about him, and he's younger than me playing professional football. Oh well. And the last thing, he is from the Netherlands, and in fact did feature in the England-Netherlands game in the Nations League. Didn't get on the score sheet, he came on as a sub, but he's featured for the national team, and obviously, like I said, he's played in the Champions League against us and was part of that amazing Ajax side that went on to an incredible run, knocking out Real Madrid and Juventus. Now, the first major thing we're going to talk about is how he would be the perfect replacement for Christian Eriksen which, let's face it, when Eriksen leaves this summer, because it's looking highly likely now. So obviously they are both very similar players. They're both attacking midfielders, but if anything, Donny is very much like even more attacking midfielder than Eriksen is. A lot of the time at Spurs games, we kind of see Eriksen having to collect the ball deep and bring it forward, which is obviously amazing. We need players that can do that. But the way I look at Donny van de Beek anytime he plays is very similar. It's almost like a combination of Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen, because he can score and find those assists, but he almost seems to do those runs behind the defense that Dele Alli loves doing. So what Donny is an Eriksen ball over to Dele Alli. Like, he is both of those things combined, which I think in such a young player to have very similar stats to Eriksen as well. But I think he scored more goals. I think Eriksen's clocked in a bit more assists, but Donny has done this all in less minutes. Very similar stats, better goals. Again, like I said, it's a perfect combination of Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen in one young player. Now, regarding price as well, if we're looking to sell Eriksen, we're probably going to get about 100 million euros. And that's either from Inter Milan or Real Madrid are the two heaviest links at the moment, but we're looking at around 100 million euros. Donny van de Beek should cost 50 million euros. That is half the amount that we'll sell Eriksen for, leaving enough in the kitty to go buy some other top quality players that we're linked with, like Lo Celso and Ndombele, which will be future videos. So like I said, click the notification, subscribe, because we'll be talking about them in the coming weeks. But yeah, so it's not going to be too expensive, which is great, because obviously that's the Daniel Levy way. He's trying to find the best deal possible. And trust me, with the stats like Donny has, At that price, it is almost a steal. No wonder the likes of Man United and Real Madrid are looking after him as well. Another reason why he's a good replacement for Eriksen is that he's a lot younger. Like I said, he's 22. I think Eriksen's around about 26, 27 now. I mean, say a lot younger, it's only a few years, but it does make a massive difference in football. So what that means is we either have him for a lot longer time, or we have him for a couple of years and then sell him for a lot of money in the future. Either way, it is going to be a solid investment if we need a replacement for Eriksen. And realistically, that is what Spurs need. Spurs need and are craving that creative midfielder that has that high quality. Yes, we have Eriksen and Dele Alli, but we all know this too well from this season. Their performances have been very up and down, and those Spurs fans that watch week in, week out will know what I'm talking about. They're obviously, I'm not denying Eriksen and Dele Alli, I love them both. They are incredible players and vital to our team, but recently performances have been dipping a little bit or just going up and down, and I think we need that solid attacking midfielder in our squad, and I think Donny's the man. And come on, like, it's Spurs. We love players from Ajax. We've got Toby, Vertonghen, Sanchez, Eriksen, like, we've got the lot, so he's gonna fit in beautifully. I know we'll have the other players talk to him, make him feel comfortable, and it will be a perfect opportunity for him to gel with the squad, bearing in mind that he's got players that have already played for Ajax and can give him a lot of advice and help him out at Spurs. Now I want to talk about reasons why he should choose, or why he would choose, Spurs over Man United. Now, if I was saying this 10 years ago, that's crazy, because like realistically, as a club, we can all admit Man United are much bigger. They've won a lot more. They are a huge global brand, which we aren't there yet. But these are the reasons right now why he would choose Spurs over Man United. Reason number one, and this is obviously a huge reason, we have Champions League football. He's already used to it with Ajax. They want a team that can compete at the highest level. And realistically, next year, Man United are not going to be there. They're going to be in Europa League. So we have Champions League football. And this goes on to my next point, at a brand new stadium. In my opinion, probably a bit biased, one of the best in the world. Unbelievable stadium to play there, Champions League nights. Like we know what those nights are like. Think about back to City. Those were incredible, and I think it's a great opportunity for him to really get in and feel the atmosphere of such an incredible facility. And as well as the stadium, we have state-of-the-art training facilities, probably some of the best in the country to bring up young players such as himself and all the academy players that we have. I mean, just look at players like Kane, Winks, Dele Alli, all players that came in young or started there young, and just look how amazing they are now. Not only that, we're situated in London, and let's be realistic, obviously Manchester is a lovely place, it's great, but this is London. This is the best city in the world, and again, I'm probably being a bit biased, but the best city. So as a foreign player, when you're looking at your options and you see London and Manchester, I don't know about you, but I'm choosing London every day of the week. But then again, I'm from here and I don't want to move ever. So now, not just the facilities, we're talking about Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino is probably one of the best coaches in the world, and we all know he is unbelievable at taking young talent and making them superstars. A lot of players have talked greatly about him. Even Ryan Sessegnon, another player we'll talk about, said he wants to work under Poch for what he's doing for young players. Donnie, this is a perfect chance for you, mate, to get a great manager and a great coach to bring you to the top level in Europe. With Ole and Man United, it's a bit iffy because obviously he started amazing, and I think that's down to the respect that the players gave him for being an ex-player. But I'm not being funny, if he was not an ex-player at Man United, I don't think he would have got the job. And his performances towards the end of the season dipped massively. So again, you got to take this all with a pinch of salt. I'm going to be biased, but I would much rather work with Pochettino than Ole right now, especially with the way the two camps have run. Everything is very solid at Spurs, and Man United, it's like shattered glass right now. You've got to tread very carefully. As well as that, he knows he'll get game time with us. If he's replacing Eriksen, he is going to be our main attacking midfielder. He will get the game time. Man United, they will buy a top player. They bought Sanchez and gave him a ridiculous amount of money, and he doesn't play. There is no guarantee that you're going to play at a club like Man United, because as well as getting Van de Beek, they're going to get other players as well. There's no guarantee for him, and I think he's a much better fit with the team at Spurs, and he knows he can do well. And just talking about that a bit, the only negative I can see is that obviously Man United are going to offer a lot more money. We just cannot compete on that stance, and I mean, I hope Levy changes that a bit, but we're not on that level yet. They will offer more money, so that's obviously going to be more attractive for a foreign player. At the end of the day, you got to think like a business. If someone's offering me 300,000 and the other one's offering me 100,000, you're gonna lean to the 300,000 regardless of who it is. They're still a big club at the end of the day. They might take a while to recover, but with big money at a big name, it's gonna be hard to turn that down. But again, at the moment, that's like the only factor I can see as to why he would choose United over Spurs. Everything else points towards Spurs, which is absolutely insane. Now, obviously, this is just me giving like my insight into the player and the club and what my opinion is. I would love for all of you just to comment down below if you think he is a better fit for Spurs or a better fit for United, or if there's anywhere else he might go that he might do better. But honestly, this is a great chance for a bit of business for a player that's only 50 million, and in this market, that is pretty much nothing for such a high young talent. I think should be one of our #1 priorities. I say #1 is probably Ndombele. We do need that strong central mid that we seem to be lacking as well. But in terms of a replacement for Eriksen and looking for an attacking player, I think Donnie should be second or like #1 priority in that area. From what I've heard, he's refused to commit his future at Ajax. When reporters have come to him and asked like, will you be staying with that, he's refused to commit. So that just seems to me that his head's slightly out the door, and we just need to go in and make that push and bring a top player to N17. Now that is it from me and this transfer news, talking about Donny van de Beek. I will be coming up next with Ndombele and then Lo Celso and Sessegnon. We got a lot of players to talk about, so make sure to stick around, subscribe down below, like this video if you enjoy this type of content and want to see more of it. And also one final massive shout out to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Thank you for making this happen, and I shall catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star.